Nowadays, when we see a film or animation on TV or at the pictures, we're used to seeing sophisticated special effects. In fact, we almost take them for granted, and not many of us think of all the hard work that goes into it. Well, one young Northeast filmmaker hopes to make his mark in the industry of the future. This week, his work will be shown at the Royal Television Society's Young Film and Video Makers Awards in Newcastle. And he hopes that's just the beginning. Jacqueline France reports.
So that's the main road going all the way through the whole of the village, and you can see a few cars.
James Cook and his friend Michael are out checking locations for James's latest filmmaking venture.
Even when I don't have a camera, I feel like I'm looking through a camera. Everything I see, I just look around and try and get an angle of things. And I really like it, and that's all I want to really do. Your character, Craggs, comes along, he goes down the road, and then he sees a house.
Filmmaking has taken up more and more of James's time since he began 6 years ago. His latest film, a thriller, involves several friends, including Michael, in the cast. James remembers how it all began when he was 9.
I like making models and things, so I bought some plasticine, the Wallace & Gromit modelling kit, and after I'd made them, I looked on the back of the instruction book, and it had a little descriptor of what Nick Park, how he got into animation and things. And I just thought, hey, I could do that because, you know, he was only a kid when he did it. And I ended up making this little animation, which I thought was quite good for, you know, for me.
James's first piece of animation is inspired by Nick Park's dog Gromit and tells the story of a dog and a mouse that share a house. It took James a few goes to get the hang of taking single shots to make the animation work, but he persevered.
I think it's quite good for the age I was when I made it, but if I look back now, it scares me actually how bad it is, but it was good for how old I was, though.
And it gave you the bug?
Oh, it definitely gave me the bug. As soon as I'd made that, I thought, that's it, that's what I want to do.
James has since developed his work on computer, and this is his latest piece, which will be shown at the RTS Young Filmmakers Awards this week.
Once you've got a story and you've got characters who are reliable and you've got good imagination in your head, then you can do anything really. I just made a TV.
We asked award-winning animator Sheila Graber to look at James's work.
I see a lot of work by a lot of people from all ages. Great to see. James is very special. He's got enthusiasm, which is wonderful. He's got dedication. You know, when his plasticine slips, he keeps going, and that, you know, that isn't easy. But what's lovely to see, he's got his own personal style set within a much bigger style. He's got a lot of influences on him, which is great, but also within all that, he's got his own thing. So there's a James Cook. And that's continued into those amazing monsters that he's done in outer space. It's still there. There's still this sort of slightly chunky, slightly tongue-in-cheek, beautifully constructed, but there's two levels in James here. Well, there's a lot more, but there's two key levels. One is the humour and his own personal style, and one is the awareness of all sorts of other things that people are doing where he could go, which is great to see. So it's unique. How much modelling had you done before this?
None. Before this.
Was your very first?
Yeah.
That's very good for a first.
Sheila's own work is acclaimed around the world. She was an art teacher until becoming a professional animator 20 years ago. This recent piece illustrates stories by Hans Christian Andersen.
This is a magic time for animation. There are many, many places where only animation will do. Only animation can show the invisible. Only animation can create life where none existed before. And James is into this. I mean, he is going to be a very good animator. He is already. There's all sorts of things in there that are unique.
If other people, professionals, say that my things are good, then they must be good.
We're very proud, obviously very proud of James and the work that he's produced so far, what he's achieved so far, and obviously what we'd like to do is, you know, make sure that he's supported all the way and provide him with all the necessary materials, equipment to help him further his career.
James has already planned his new film called Asylum in a storyboard and has already written a third of the script. He plans to start filming next month, and it'll take the rest of the year to complete the project.
Have you tried animating any of these sketches ever?
No, I've just draw them down and then think of them in, you know, live action later on.
Right.
But I haven't animated them before.
Well, you could animate something like this on a light box. You might have a go.
Yeah, I'm hoping to become a film director, you know. But I know I've got a long way to go before I can get to there. But that's definitely my ambition of what I want to do when I'm older. I'm thinking of incorporating more animation into feature films that I make now. As I grow older, I'll have to go through the stages from the very bottom and work your way up. But I don't mind as long as that's exactly what I want to do when I'm older.
What I would say is keep going, keep animating, never give up. Never give up when it goes wrong, when the legs drop off, when the machine bombs, when all sorts of things go wrong. It'll go wrong, it goes wrong for all of us. Keep going, because as you go, the moment when it comes back and works is worth a million moments when it doesn't work. And then that's magic. Follow the magic.